Yeah, most people don't deserve to be proud of themselves, and that's just the cold, hard truth. People love to say, oh, I've got confidence issues, and you know what? If I were you, I'd have confidence issues too. Of course I don't, but let's keep it real. The world's brutal, it's harsh, and if you're not proud of yourself, it's probably because you don't deserve to be. So of course you're not going to feel happy. You just brought up confidence. Confidence comes from competence. The reason I'm confident is that I'm good at everything I fucking do. If there's something I'm not good at, I'm not confident in it. Simple. I know what my strengths are, and I play to them. I've designed my life so that I only do shit I'm good at. The stuff I suck at. I either hire someone to handle it or just don't fuck with it at all. Like darts. I don't play that shit because I'm not good at it. I do what I'm great at, which is why I'm confident, because I'm competent. That takes practice, discipline, and some real fucking motivation. You need to fail a few times. You need to get knocked down. When I was fighting or playing chess, I learned to combine that mindset fight to win, think strategically, and keep going. So when people say, oh, I have confidence issues, I can usually look them up and down and think, yeah, if I were you, I'd be struggling with confidence too. Why? Because this world is competitive as hell, and there are men like me out here. You're competing against guys like me in my circle for money, for girls, for status, for resources. And guess what? We're going to fucking annihilate you. Of course, you've got confidence issues. If you're getting destroyed every time you step up, why wouldn't you? But here's what really blows my mind if I'm unhappy with something. If something about me makes me uncomfortable, I fix it. Period. I don't believe in all that motivational bullshit, but discomfort. That's fuel. That's fire. If I don't like something about myself, I'll channel that discomfort into energy until the problem is fucking solved. But most people, they just sit there saying, I'm unhappy with X, then they keep doing the same shit. It's like they're comfortable with their misery. I don't think they're really unhappy. Not for real. If you pay attention, you'll see this pattern. Someone will say, I'm unhappy being a loser. You ask them why. And they'll tell you, I sit around playing video games all day. And maybe for 3 days out of the week, they hate it. That's when they send you some desperate email about changing their life. But the other 4 days, they're comfortable in their little bubble. Because if they were genuinely miserable 7 days a week, they'd fix it, right? It's not rocket science. I've got zero sympathy for most people. And that's not because I'm some heartless bastard. It's because I've been so fucking hard on myself. I've been through hell, pain, trauma, all that shit, some of it my own doing, some of it handed to me by life, by God, to toughen me up. But I made it through because I didn't give myself an inch. So now, when I look at people who haven't been tough on themselves, I can't see them as my equals. Why the fuck would I pity someone who took the easy road while I fought through the hardest shit imaginable? I took the hardest path to become the man I am today. And now you want me to feel bad for you because you were too much to face your own battles? Hell no. I don't feel sorry for you or anyone who chose the easy way out. As a man, you have the power to be anything you want. That's the beauty of being a man. You can build yourself from the ground up. Just like in a video game. Every damn thing people respect about me, I built. I wasn't born a world champion. I wasn't born smart, rich, or confident. I sure as hell wasn't born strong, charismatic, or sexy. None of that was handed to me. I built all that shit myself, and I deserve every bit of the rewards. And anyone who doesn't want to put in the work, they can sit there and accept that they're my fucking inferior. That's on them. When I was broke, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was tired, but because I knew there were people out there living the life I wanted, and I didn't see them as better than me. So I couldn't rest until I got what was mine. It fucked with my mind that people I didn't respect were living better than me. The discomfort. That's what drove me. So, yeah, you want to talk about suffering. I've lived a painful life, no doubt. And I still go through shit self-inflicted. Sure, but I can't imagine living any other way. That whole hedonistic, easy life. Girls, parties, booze, that shit is degenerate. It's weak. The only thing worth doing is fighting a battle or solving a problem. That's where growth comes from. You need a fight, a challenge, something to conquer. Or you're just wasting time. Right now, I'm in the biggest battle any man can face. I'm taking on the Matrix, the most powerful people in the world. Is my life hard? Fuck yeah, it is. But am I complaining? No way. I'd hate for it to be easy. I've had offers to join strange places from strange people. I've had anonymous messages that were creepy as hell, but I checked, and they were legit. Yeah, I've been contacted by the Matrix itself. They tried to get me to switch sides. But guess what? I'm not fucking switching. They'll try to get leverage over you, bribe you, or get you to sell your soul. That's how the game works. They'll invite you to some degenerate party, get you caught on video doing some dumb shit, or they'll threaten you, try to blackmail you. Or maybe they'll throw a shitload of cash your way, slap a fat contract on the table, but with strings attached. Watch what you say, be careful with your words, they'll push hard without violence at first. Nah, they won't come at you with guns, they come at you with degeneracy, That's their play. They know most people's souls can be bought. Think about it. They can print unlimited money. So why bother with violence? Why go through the trouble of taking someone out when they can just drown them in cash and own them? Easy. Right. But when you're like me, and money doesn't fucking control you, when you've got actual morals and can't be bought, that's when you become their problem. I'm their threat. They've tried to buy me, tried to convince me with every trick in the book, didn't work. You can wave a fortune in my face and I'll still say, nah, I'm good. I'd rather go without. That pisses them off because 99% of guys in my position would sell out in a heartbeat. They start chasing girls, chasing money, and before they know it, they're under control. But not me. I've got that baseline morality that can't be shaken. Sure, I live in abundance now, so it's easy to say no. But even if I didn't, I wouldn't sell out. Yeah, greed is real. Everyone wants more, no matter how much they've got. You throw $200, $300 million at someone, and they'll think, damn, that'd be nice, but I'm built different. That's why I respect Islam. It's got that unshakable moral code. Out here in Dubai, you could find a broke construction worker, barely scraping by, and offer him $1 million to denounce the Prophet. He won't do it. No way in hell. You try that in the West. Offer some Christian $1 million to give up their faith. Yeah, it doesn't mean a thing to them. That's why Islam is feared. They can't corrupt it. They can't control it. Same reason they're afraid of me. They hate anything they can't completely dominate and manipulate. Muslims are uncontrollable. They've got a higher purpose, a higher calling. A lot of the shit going wrong in the West, the degeneracy, the breakdown of society could be fixed with Islam. I'm telling you, we need the Islamification of the West because Christianity has failed. The whole point of a religion is to preserve morality and traditions. And if it can't do that, then it's failed. Look around, your prophets are mocked, your ideals trashed, society's rotting, and your kids are being brainwashed by the Matrix. If your religion can't stop that, it's not a religion anymore. It's just another tool for control. That's why the West is fucked. Islam wouldn't let that happen. Christianity, it's a joke. It's failed to preserve its so-called values in every country, every time. You look around and see the West, it's a mess. Christianity couldn't even save itself. So what's left? Islam. That's the only fucking religion left that actually works. Degeneracy, gone. Crime, gone. Families would stay together. Men would be men, women would know their role, and the world would actually get its shit together. Every single problem. You want real results? I'm calling for the Islamification of the entire Western world. Why? Because the alternative is this weak atheist bullshit that's infecting everything. When you remove religion, what's left? These woke fuckers pushing their liberal, insane ideology like it's some kind of new gospel. Everyone has a religion, and if it ain't Christianity, they're worshiping this woke cult where men chop their dicks off and call it progress. It's disgusting. And they sit around acting like it's the future. We need a God, someone real to fear, someone who demands respect, someone who keeps humanity in line. And the only religion left that does that, Islam. There's no other religion that matters anymore, none. Christianity's dead, Buddhism is for hippies, and atheism is a joke. Islam is the last one standing, period. Now, let me tell you how I've made the most money, the war room. It's my private network of real men, a brotherhood of killers. When I first got rich, I thought I'd find others like me at the top. I got to the fucking top of the mountain, looked around, and realized no one had it all. Sure, some were rich, but they were fat, whipped by their wives, or completely plugged into the Matrix. Most of them were fucking morons who just stumbled into money, like rappers or actors, idiots. So I built my own network of real predators, men who have it all: money, power, fitness, control. Now I've got 3,000 members worldwide, and it's a mix. Some are filthy rich, others are broke 18-year-olds who spent their last dime joining. But you know what? If you're willing to listen and learn, you're in the right place. You become who you surround yourself with. Hang out with people talking about getting rich and powerful. Guess what? You'll get rich and powerful. And the war room isn't about the membership fee that's chump change. The real value is in the connections and opportunities inside. That's why no one can touch me. Why I'm on top. I've built the ultimate network. And that's why I'm ultra competitive. No one can beat me. If you're waking up thinking, I want to make my life better, and you spend your day reading some fucking book, cool. That's fine. But when I wake up, I'm bombarded by 20 messages from some of the richest, most powerful people you've never heard of. They're telling me, buy this now. This is the move to make money on the Russian ruble, or jump on this opportunity in Iraq, or we got land in Nairobi. Invest. I'm sitting there like, all right, bet in 15 minutes, I'm throwing down a $5 million investment like it's nothing. Meanwhile, you're on page 1 of your fucking book, still reading the fucking introduction. And that's exactly why you will always lose against guys like me and my crew inside the war room. The war room. It's the fucking reason I'm untouchable. Not because of membership fees, none of that bullshit. It's because I've got connections, real fucking opportunities in real time. Me and my crew are just free minds. You know how I always say you are the sum of the 5 people you spend time with? If you know that, then why the fuck are you wasting time with losers? Surround yourself with killers or stay broke. The people who join the war room, they're in because they want to go pro. They want to dominate. Sure, we got guys who are already crushing it, but we also have people coming in with nothing. They show up humble, hungry to learn, saying, I'm young and broke, or I'm older with a little cash. But they're fucking ready to absorb. They want to commit. They want to level up. And if you're in the right place with the right mindset, you're going to fucking crush it. Me after the war room, I'm untouchable. I'll never go broke, not possible. I've got access to billions. Yeah, billions that I can loan from people who trust me. Need a place to stay. I got 3,000 mansions worldwide. Need a fucking Lambo. One of my boys will send it over. Can't get a visa. I know a guy who's going to hook me up with an LLC and a visa. Need a fucking jet, boom, done. Money transfer to Afghanistan, no problem. I got a guy for that too. Are you good? This is real fucking life. Any problem, I've got the war room sorts it. Don't believe me, I'll prove it. I became the most Googled man on the planet. Yeah, I hacked every fucking algorithm out there. Left people scratching their heads trying to figure out how. The war room did that. I walked in and said, I want to go mainstream. I want to break the fucking internet 4 months later. I'm the most Googled man alive. There's no other group on this planet that could pull that off, none. I created the war room because I wished it fucking existed when I got rich. It didn't, so I made it. And for any young man, or any man, period, who's serious about winning, this is the only place you need to be. You're going to learn the raw, unfiltered truth about how the world fucking works. Don't waste your fucking time in some dumbass university. Don't waste your time reading books like a fucking nerd. And don't even think about wasting your time on YouTube watching some dork talk about Amazon FBA. Stop being a fucking idiot. Join the war room and you'll actually learn how to win at life. There's a spiritual journey in it too, but every single person who joins the war room walks out a fucking professional. And that's where the real money is made. Yeah, I'm all in on crypto. I use it, Bitcoin, all the big boys, but chasing crypto pumps. That shit's over. The bull run is dead. The stupid money has left the building. What most people don't get about crypto is that it's player versus player. They launch these coins, build a Telegram group, and everyone's like, we're all in this together. Nah, you're not. You're fucking competing against each other. If you buy crypto at $1 and sell it at $10, guess what? Someone bought that shit from you at $10, probably one of the idiots in that same Telegram group. You're literally robbing the people who believed in the same project. That's how crypto works. It's every man for himself. They set up these communities so you morons don't dump. While the developers are sitting back, ready to dump on all of you, you're all dummies. Crypto's always been player versus player. Now that the dumb money's gone, it's just the smart money left. And trust me, stealing from the smart money is damn near impossible. Chasing pump's now foolish as fuck. One of the worst things about crypto is that it made a bunch of people a lot of money fast. In the last 2 to 6 months or whatever, yeah, people made money, but they didn't learn jack shit. They didn't learn how to sell, market, manage, or deal with stress. They didn't learn how to build a business or handle taxes. They just sat there, watched their coin go up, and now they think they're some fucking genius. These guys are walking around saying, I'm too smart to work. You don't get it. I know crypto. Bro, every fucking coin went up. You ain't special. You just got lucky. Every coin went up. You could have bought anything, and it would have made you money. Right place, right time, cool. But you learned nothing. Here's the problem: if you've got money but no fucking skills, you're still a dummy. And that money ain't gonna last. You're gonna lose it all. This world is expensive as fuck right now. You make a few $100,000 and you think you're rich. You lose 20% of that, and you're right back where you started. The money it takes to actually be rich these days is insane. I was with Dan Bilzerian a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about how quick life can change. I remember going on a week's holiday with 600 pounds for the whole trip. Now, when Dan hit me up, he was in France. I was in Romania. I said, cool, let's roll. I had some cars in Germany, had them trucked over to meet me in France. I organized a jet from Bucharest, brought my security team with me, had to get a bigger jet to fit my Romanian boys because I trust them. That's how I roll now. That's the fucking difference. By the time we jetted in with the security team, scooped up the cars, and made sure everyone 6, 7 people had 5-star hotel rooms, we were already rolling in style. We ate like kings, had a meeting with Dan, took the cars for a spin around the mountains, hit up a spa, and jumped back on the jet with the whole security team. The cars got shipped back to Germany, and I flew home like it was nothing. 3-hour meeting with a friend. That shit cost me $400,000. That's what life looks like at the fucking top. Meanwhile, you're sitting there, made 200 grand off some crypto pump, thinking, oh, I'm rich. Now you're not rich. You're a fucking brookie. You haven't learned a damn thing. No lessons, no skills. You're just another dummy thinking you hit the lottery. That's the problem with crypto. It's got a bunch of kids out here believing they don't need to grind, don't need to dedicate themselves, don't need to go through the fucking pain. They think they can just chase a pump and live like a king. That's why they lose all their money every fucking time. That's the dark side of crypto, and why I'm sitting here telling you get out of that shit and join the real world. Or better yet, join Hustlers University and actually learn something. Learn the skills that'll keep you from ever being broke, ever again. Build a network like the War Room, where you've got connections so deep, you'll make money no matter what the fuck happens. Doesn't matter if Bitcoin hits 1 million or drops to 0. I'm still making money. Why? Because I've got the fucking skills. Not day trading bullshit, real knowledge. I know things before other people do. I get opportunities handed to me before anyone else. It doesn't fucking matter if Bitcoin crashes or goes sky high. Either way, I'm raking in ridiculous sums of money because of my network, because I'm respected, because I roll with the right people. That's what these crypto kids don't have. No network, no respect, no fucking clue. And yeah, I'd like to think I've got all bases covered when it comes to strengths because I've made sure of that. My father had a saying, and it's my saying now too. My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor. That's my life in one line. I like to believe I'm a feared opponent in every realm. Someone tells you you're about to have a skateboarding competition, but don't worry, the guy you're up against can't even skateboard. You're feeling good, right? Then I fucking show up. And even if I can't skateboard, part of you is thinking, oh shit, not Tate. Fuck, not this guy. That's the fear I bring no matter the arena. You know why I'm that fucking guy? Because I'm just good at everything. And nobody out here wants to step up and compete with me in anything. I'm the best at whatever the fuck I decide to do, period. Weaknesses. I've analyzed every damn one of them. I've sat down with my circle people who actually give a fuck about me and said, if someone had to take me down, how would they do it? If I wanted to ruin myself, how would I do it? Where are the cracks in my armor? Most people don't even have the balls to ask that question. They're too scared to face their own weaknesses. Not me. I've ripped myself apart piece by piece, figuring out where I could be hit. Because if you don't know where you're weak, you're just setting yourself up to get fucking destroyed. I know every single one of my weak points. Of course, I guard the hell out of them. But here's the truth, not everything can be fully defended. You can't make yourself invincible, but you can make yourself damn near untouchable. Am I going to tell these feral fucking psychos what my weaknesses are? Hell no. But let me tell you this, when it comes to being hard to hurt, emotionally, mentally, physically, there aren't many people on this planet harder to break than me. I live in reality. I'm hyper-aware. Call it paranoia if you want, but that's what makes me fucking bulletproof. Most men, they're easy targets. You want to wreck a guy, just steal his girl, send some blue check dude into her DMs, and boom, she's in his bed, calling you a bitch behind your back. Most men are so soft, so weak. You hit them with a little media lie, drag their name through the mud, and they have a meltdown. They're crying like, I didn't do that shit, they crumble. Emotionally unstable, no control. A guy like that, you can mess with his head in a heartbeat. You think these guys can handle their emotions? Please. They're slaves to their feelings. That's why they're weak. But here's the thing, it's not about detaching from your emotions. That's bullshit. I feel everything, every single emotion. But I've learned to use them, all of them. If I'm happy, I use that energy to crush it in life. If I'm pissed off or feeling down, I use that too. I don't wallow like some loser. I turn that pain into power, into motivation, and I get to work, no excuses, everything fuels me. That's the difference between me and these weak fucks. They let their emotions control them. I control my emotions and use them to win. It doesn't fucking matter what you throw my way. Energy can't be destroyed, only transferred. You give me diesel, petrol, kerosene, fucking vodka, don't matter. I'm going to take that shit, and out comes hard work. That's all I know, hard fucking work every single time. My engine is built for one thing, success, period. I don't care what you feed me, struggle, pain, loss, it's all fuel to the same machine. Success is inevitable, that's what makes me unstoppable. You could put anything in my tank, and I'm still coming out on top. That's just how I'm wired. Let me tell you something real. I missed my own father's funeral. Why? Because I just moved to Romania. I'd invested every single cent I had into my empire. I became the oldest Tate alive. The weight of the family was on my shoulders, my mom, my siblings, I had to take care of them. So I made a decision. Fly back to the USA to attend a funeral, or stay here and make sure that everything I was building didn't crumble. Here's where people fuck up. They don't value time. It's only 2 weeks, they say. It's only a week. That's why you're all fucking broke. You waste your time. It's only an hour. I'll do it tomorrow. You think people like me are sitting around wasting minutes? Not a fucking chance. Every second matters. And that's why you can't keep up. I made the call. As the leader of the Tate family, it was more important to make sure we had financial stability than to spend a couple of weeks crying at a funeral. You know why? Because I respected my father every single day of his life. And I honor him every day now by grinding, by becoming unstoppable. That's how I keep him alive, by being so successful that people have to talk about him because of who his son is. My dad isn't remembered because of some eulogy or gravestone. He's remembered because of me, because I've built something so powerful, so legendary that people keep asking about where I came from. I made the right choice, and I know he'd be proud of it. Most people would have broken down, gotten emotional, gone to the funeral, cried, felt sorry for themselves, but I did what I was fucking raised to do. I performed. I took that pain, that sadness, and I turned it into fuel. I worked harder than ever. I couldn't sleep, so I just worked 22-hour days for months. And guess what? I became one of the most successful men on the planet. That's how you honor someone. Not by wasting time on emotions, but by taking that energy and turning it into results. That's the difference between me and everyone else. I feel like I've lived 1,000 different lives. You want to hear my story? It's not one straight line, nah. I've been through it all. I've lived the life of a professional fighter. I've lived the life of a broke motherfucker scraping for cash. I've lived the life of a webcam business owner pulling in racks. And now I'm living the life of a rich man who has it all. I've been down, I've been up, I've been in between. So when people ask me to summarize my life, it's impossible. Too many chapters, too many phases. I'm not just one thing, I'm everything. I've been everything. That's how it is when you've conquered every level. I'm on top now, but I've been at the bottom. Most of you can't even imagine the shit I've gone through. But here's the thing. There are only a few places on this planet where you can live like me, with the freedom and security to wear a Patek Philippe watch on your wrist and not worry about some broke asshole trying to take it from you. Dubai, yeah, you can wear it there. Bucharest. Well, I run that place, it's mine, locked down from top to bottom. You don't have that kind of power, but I do. Western Europe, America, South America, Africa, you can't wear shit like this there. You can't enjoy the fruits of your hard work because those places are fucked. People love to make excuses, but deep down, you know I'm right. These countries have all the resources they need, just like African nations with tons of wealth beneath their feet. But it's all about leadership, vision, and whether they actually give a fuck. That's the difference. That's why places like Dubai are thriving, while others are rotting away in chaos. All these anonymous Twitter trolls too scared to even show their own face. You're a fucking pussy if you're hiding behind some fake name online. Talking about corporate life, motherfucker, you work at Starbucks, serving coffee, acting like you're some big shot. I make more in a day than you make in a month. Your entire life is a joke. You should be begging to get fired so you can stop embarrassing yourself. Then there's these clowns who talk big about women and relationships but can't keep their shit together. I had this dude running his mouth about me for the longest time, saying slick shit about how men should act with women. Turns out, he had an internet girlfriend he never even met. 9 months online, and she dumped his A. This fool had a meltdown on Twitter for the world to see. This is the guy who wants to give advice on relationships. What a fucking joke. And that's the problem with the internet. It's full of frauds. Every so-called leader in the red pill space is just some bitter fuck who got dumped in a divorce. They aren't real men. They're just broken dudes projecting their own failures. You're following weaklings who can't even manage their own lives. So if you're taking advice from those losers, you're doomed to be one too simple as that. Apparently, some of you still don't get it. If you think you know more about chicks than me, yet can't even stay married, you're a fucking geek. These clowns look like geeks, act like geeks, and by the universal law of reality, if you look like one, you are one. That's the truth. So when it comes to that corner of Twitter, I'm the Lord Supreme Commander. No one can even step up to challenge me in any serious way. If you try, you're only discrediting yourself. If you can't acknowledge my supreme abilities and undeniable achievements, you're nothing but a hater. And we all know what haters are, little bitches. You can't come on Twitter and type, Tate doesn't understand women, without making yourself look like a complete fucking idiot. I don't even have to respond, cause everyone already knows you're a joke. If you say that, you're done. You think I don't know shit about females. Nah, you don't know shit, and everyone knows it. I'm basically the supreme commander of T, the lord of all beasts of the land and the fishes in the sea. That's right. I run this shit. I know exactly who doesn't like me. I know all of them, but guess what? Not a single one of them has the balls to hit me. Not one. You had that dude, illimitable man, try to step up when his girl dumped him. Yeah, we were clowning him together. His own chick was sending me screenshots of him crying, talking about how he's going to kill himself. That's the kind of losers out here talking shit. Some of you are like, that catfish dude. Yeah, this is the guy teaching you how to get girls. What a fucking joke. I know exactly who these bumbleclats are. There are loads of dudes out there who don't like me, but they can't say shit. What can they say? When your whole brand is entrepreneurs and cars, and I've got more cars than you, more money than you, and I've never been divorced. I don't pay for girls. I don't need to. I don't buy prostitutes. What can you even say to a man like me? Untouchable. I'm like Steven fucking Seagal out here. Nothing you say means shit to Big Daddy Tate. And then just to make the point even clearer, remember that Mike Stitchy guy? I knocked on his fucking door. That sent waves through Twitter. Had everyone losing their minds. Oh fuck, Tate's crazy. He'll show up at your house. Damn right. I'll knock on your door. Got something to say to me? Fine. I'll come say hello. No threats, no bullshit. I'll just be there. Let's see if you keep that same energy when I'm standing in front of you. You won't. You'll fold like the little bitch you are. And I've got all the money and time in the world. I don't give a fuck if you're in Timbuktu, I'll be there. First class, motherfucker. I could fly private if I wanted, but I told Tristan just the other day, I need to get a private jet just to flex on Instagram cause that's the kind of life I live. So keep talking your shit and we'll see who's really about it. Now we hit up a private jet company, right? We're looking for a quick flight, Bucharest to somewhere nearby, like an hour tops. But here's the thing, Romania isn't like London or Paris where private jets are practically buzzing around like flies. In Romania, the jets are owned by politicians, oligarchs, and the elite. So if you want a private jet here, you're paying out your ass like 20 grand just to get the jet flown to you. Then it's another 20 grand to take you wherever the fuck you're going. And then it's another flight back. You're talking big money. And that's why the next time I'm in London, I'm flying to Paris on a private jet me. Tristan, 10 of my females, my dog, luggage, booze. The whole thing. And I'm doing it just to make these broke boys cry into their ramen noodles. See, here's the thing, people think I'm an asshole, but in reality, I'm a nice fucking guy. Yeah, people won't believe it, but that's the truth. I don't know anyone like me. I'm talking about people with more money than me who still act like cheap pricks. I'll blow 20 grand on champagne so everyone else can have a good time. I pick up every bill every fucking time. I'll take everyone out, throw down whatever it costs, because I'm the least frugal human on earth. If I have $10, I'm spending it. I'm the best host on the planet. You come to Romania, I'll clear my schedule, take you out, make sure you have the time of your life, and I'll pay for the whole fucking thing. Why? Because I'm a nice man. That's why. I'm not one of these rich pricks who keeps their wallet glued shut. I like you. I want you to have fun. I know I'm fortunate financially, and I'm happy to spread that around. I want the people around me to enjoy themselves. That's my gift. I'm generous as hell because it's just who I am. Bro, let's talk business. The people who work for me. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a walk in the park. Everything worth having takes effort. If you want to roll with me, you better be ready for the grind. I'm not hiring bumbleclats. You think you can send me a CV and I'll just say, sure, come on board. Get the fuck out to here. I don't want lazy idiots who can't handle reality. You work for me, you better understand that we're here to make shitloads of money. That's the game. And if you fuck me over, I'll knock you the fuck out. Simple as that. I need people around me who get that. My team is full of unique, capable individuals who can handle the real world. And if you work with me long enough, you're going to walk away with the skills it takes to survive in this ruthless world. That's the reality. Making money. For me, that's not the hard part. The hard part is finding people who aren't complete morons. That's the only problem left in my life, finding staff who aren't ridiculous, who aren't idiots. It's fucking hard. Like super hard. Honestly, it's the biggest challenge I've got left. I hear people all the time saying, oh yeah, I put together a team in 2 weeks, got 10 people. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, if you found 10 people in 2 weeks, 9 of them are absolute fucking idiots. Facts. Maybe all 10. Yeah, probably all 10. I don't give a shit what's on their CV. They're morons. And if you can't see that, you're a moron too. See, for me, it's about finding good people, not just filling some gap in the business. I don't hire people because I need a warm body in a chair. No, I hire people based on who the fuck they are, and then I'll figure out what to do with them later. If I come across someone with the right attitude, someone who understands the mission, then I hire them, no question. I'll find them a position. That's the opposite of what most of these so-called entrepreneurs are doing. They're out here like, I need someone for this role. Let me find some random idiot. Nah, that's not how you conquer. And you know what? You can't be Lord of all beasts on land and fish in the sea if you can't fucking pay your way. That's the reality. I scroll through Twitter, and all I see is dudes talking about winning their little basketball games or jiu-jitsu competitions. And let's be real, jiu-jitsu is just watered down fighting, but I'll let that slide for now. I won my basketball game, like who gives a fuck? Let me tell you something about sports. All sports ever were back in the day was a substitute for war. That's it. Tribes used to go to war, fight to the death, and the ones who survived would take over. Then they thought, hey, Instead of killing each other, let's play some dumbass game, football, wrestling, whatever, so nobody has to die. It was just a replacement for battle. But here's the thing, fighting is the real competition. It's the purest form of war. So once you've been a fighter, what the hell else matters? How can I possibly care about putting a ball in a fucking net when I've been out here cracking skulls? Who gives a shit if I win some game? Who cares if I score 20 times and the other guy doesn't score at all? Did I beat his ass in front of his wife? Did I put him in the hospital? No. Then what the fuck did I even win? Nothing. That's the truth. And here's another thing, fighting gives you an adrenaline rush that no other competition can match because it's life or death. That's real. And once you've felt that, everything else is just boring. Like, what the fuck can possibly entertain me after years of professional fighting? You think I can sit in a movie theater and be like, wow, great movie, man? Fuck that. You think I'm going to read a comic book like some geek? Hell no. I make millions of dollars and I'm still bored. I could make $100,000 a day and still be like, whatever, but when I win a fight, that's different, that's real, that's survival. The feeling of winning a fight is like getting the all clear from cancer. Imagine being told you've got a 50-50 shot at surviving, and for months you're battling, fighting for your life, and then boom, it's over. You survived. That level of relief, that level of victory, nothing else can compare to that. Nothing. And that's why the rest of life feels like a fucking joke in comparison. You can't replicate that feeling with anything else. When you retire, man, it's like you're just sitting there like, what the fuck now? That's why so many fighters either end up depressed, addicted to something, or putting a bullet in their head. Nothing in life even comes close to that level of intensity. When you've been in the ring, when you've raised the bar that fucking high, normal life just doesn't cut it anymore. It's boring as hell. You sit around, eat, maybe see some family, and it's all so fucking dull. Then you've got people on Twitter hyping up their little league games, their job promotions, or some shit like that. But if they knew real competition, if they'd tasted true adversity, been in the thick of a real fight with real stakes, they'd see how pathetic that shit is. That's why I still get the itch to fight. Even though my brain's like, bro, you've got more money than you know what to do with. A garage full of supercars. Living in a mansion, why the fuck are you even thinking about this? But it's complicated. The hunger for that real shit doesn't just go away. See, here's the thing, when you fight at the level I did, it's not like some street brawl where you're pissed off because some dude disrespected you. No, this is way more calculated, way more intense. Every single professional fight, I was scared. Not because of anger, but because there's none of that emotional bullshit. It's all business. You've got a date on the calendar, and you know that for months this guy has been training to fucking hurt you as bad as he can. And you're doing the same thing, but it's not personal. That's what makes it even scarier. Look at Ronaldo or Nadal, they lose games all the time, no big deal, people move on. But fighters, you lose once, and that shit follows you forever. It doesn't matter if you've won 100 fights. Lose once, and people never let you forget it. Remember that time you got knocked out? That's the pressure. That's the fucking weight you carry. And when you're out of the game, it's like you've been playing life on the hardest difficulty. Then suddenly everything's in easy mode, and it's just not fun anymore. That's what no one gets. Life after fighting. It's a fucking joke compared to what we've been through. Man, let me tell you something about fighters. We don't fight because we want to. We fight because we have to. There's a reason fighters can't just hang up the gloves and call it a day. It's fucking impossible. The feeling of being in that ring, that raw, primal shit, nothing can replace it. Most fighters are lost without it. The only reason I've been able to retire is because I've got the kind of life that can distract me from that itch to fight. If I didn't have the money, the cars, the lifestyle, no fucking way I'd have stopped. I'd still be in there, even if I was getting my ass handed to me. Even if I was broken and bruised, I'd keep fighting just to stay sane. But now, when that urge creeps up, I just jump in my McLaren, tear through Europe like a maniac, flying through the Alps, not giving a fuck. I can party with 10 supermodels, pop bottles of champagne, drop 20 grand in a club like it's nothing. That's how I distract myself. But it's not cheap. So, yeah, I can retire because my life outside of fighting is insane. If I was living some boring, average life, forget it. I'd be in the ring right now, 1,000,000,000%. But here's the thing, it comes with guilt. I'm sitting there like, am I wasting my youth? My strength? Am I just pissing away my prime? But then, there's the flip side. I'm using my skills to make money, to live like a fucking king. So, who's to say I'm wasting anything? There's no easy answer. Maybe I should have figured this shit out sooner, but here we are. People have been asking for my help for years, whether it's about women, money, or life. My first instinct, fuck off. Deal with your own shit. But after the 1,000th request, I thought, maybe I'm being a dick. Maybe I should actually help these people. That's how this whole thing started. I didn't just want to teach about girls or money for the hell of it. I saw it as a philanthropic move. People kept coming to me for advice, so I put it all together in the PhD course. It's everything I know about women. All the stuff I learned running my webcam business with 75 girls working for me. People kept asking the same question, so I figured, fuck it, I'll make a course, charge some money for it, and help these dudes out. That's how it all kicked off. People wanted answers, and I gave them what they wanted. And look, I know it sounds cocky, but let's be real. I'm living the dream most guys wish they could. Fast cars, women, money, whatever. It's shallow as fuck, but it's the truth. I'm living the life they dream of, and I'm giving them the blueprint. That's the reality. Look, I'm not saying I'm perfect, and my life ain't perfect either. But if you ask any guy on a shallow level, what do you want in life? They're going to say, I want a Lambo, a mansion, and a bunch of hot chicks. That's the surface level shit every dude's thinking about. No one's turning that down. Sure, maybe they want a family or something deeper down the line, but as a fucking starting point. A Lambo, a crib, and women ain't nobody saying no to that. And I get it. I'm living that life. I push that lifestyle hard so people are naturally attracted to it. They want to know, how do you get the cars, the money, the girls? So people kept asking me, and I figured, all right, fuck it. I'll put it all together. That's how it started. When I first got into it, I wasn't even passionate about it. I was already making money, so it wasn't about the cash. But when the war room started taking off, and I saw lives literally changing, guys going from broke to making 10K a month online, it became something else. People were showing up to my events like they were ballers, and it was insane. Even a cynical bastard like me started seeing how cool it was to actually help people. It became bigger than just showing off. So, yeah, that's how it all began. People kept asking, so I delivered. In the beginning, I was just on Twitter bragging Lambos, 10 chicks, popping bottles. I was just flexing on the broke boys for fun. And then the broke boys started asking, how do you do this? How do you flex so hard? And I thought, all right, I'll teach you how to stop being fucking broke. That's how it kicked off. Now, there's more to me than just the flex, obviously. But at the time, that's what I pushed. The war room, though, that's something way deeper. I can't even talk about what goes on in there or who's involved, but it's the real deal. There's no group like it. People who used to be in those expensive masterminds paying 20 grand a year are in there now saying, nope, this is the best. It's turned into something massive. But yeah, it all started with me flexing. And as things grew, I realized I had to give more. On Twitter, I'm surface level. You get the flex, and that's it. The reason I was so heavy on the flex was to prove I was legit. Twitter's full of fakes, especially in the red pill space. All these anon accounts talking about how they pulled some 9 from a fucking mall in bumfuck nowhere. Bro, a 9 is on a billionaire's yacht with 1 million followers on Instagram. You didn't pull no 9 in your Toyota Corolla. Shut the fuck up, these guys are nerds. And don't get me started on the so-called experts giving out advice on girls. I don't need to name names, but these dudes are like, I'm Mr. This, Mr. That. Meanwhile, they've all been divorced. You know so much about women, but all your women left you. All right, bro. I had 75 women working for me, made millions from it. Who's more qualified? Genuinely, who's more qualified to talk about this? Me or the guy who's been left by every chick he's ever had? That's the reality. So here's the thing, when I'm posting pics of me with all these hot chicks, I'm basically saying, where the fuck are everyone else's chicks? You've got all these red pill clowns, day game gurus, and manosphere geeks, bunch of fucking frauds, man. I'm the most legit guy out there. And that's just facts. I don't need to prove shit. But the reality is, I am the most legit guy on Twitter. The flexing. That's just me proving I'm not full of shit. Every single thing I've ever said is 100% true. Anyone who's met me in real life knows it too. They say, yeah, you're actually the real deal. The whole damn sphere, man, is filled with fakes. There are a couple of good guys, sure, but most of them frauds. You know it as well as I do. You scroll through and see all the bullshit. I can smell it from a mile away. That's why I had to come in and shake things up, because nobody else is showing what's real. The only way to prove your legitimacy is by showing your receipts. And that's the mantra in the war room, show your fucking receipts. I see myself as a hustler, but not in that watered down, weak ass version of hustling people talk about. Like selling old shoes for $10, calling that hustling. Fuck out to here. My idea of hustling is making millions, living the life I want on my terms. I need cash to live the way I want, so I find ways to get it. But I'm not just some entrepreneur everyone wants to be. I'm me. And right now I'm considering getting back into fighting. It's tough though. I'm chilling here in Romania, talking shit on Twitter, but that itch to fight, it never really goes away. And the war room, man, that's something else entirely. It's my private community for people who are serious about changing their lives. We've got 400 members and counting, doing 5 or 6 events a year. It's insane. Lives are being transformed every day. If you're not in it, you're missing out, plain and simple. But back to fighting, it's a struggle, man. My heart says, get back in there, but my head's like, nah, you've got better things to do. And I'm a logical guy, so I listen to my head, but it's tough when your heart's screaming at you every day to get back in the ring. It's like living in purgatory. Sometimes I'm 100% ready to fight. Other days I'm 100% out. It's a mindfuck. People ask, why is it so difficult? Well, fighting isn't something you choose. It's something you have to do. If you're a real fighter, it's in your blood. Fighting is the worst career path in the world. 99.9% of fighters make no money. You're risking your life getting hurt for pennies. And even if you hit it big, most of your career is spent broke in some shitty gym. It's brutal, underappreciated. Sure, when you win, everyone's on your dick, but the second you lose, the couch critics are laughing at you like they could do better. It's the most fucked up sport. So why do it? Why not just play football and become a millionaire that way? Because fighters don't have a choice. Warriors are born, not made. If you're born a warrior, you've got no option, you have to fight. No explanation needed. It's just in you, you fight because it's who you are, period. It's crazy, isn't it, how something as intangible as absolute self-belief can turn into all the real shit: Ferraris, mansions, stacks of cash. It's the physical world with bricks, Lambos, and yachts mixing with the metaphysical. That's the magic of life, bro, what you can see and what you can't. The things you understand and the shit that's beyond your comprehension. But here's the real talk I ask people all the time. What's your dream? And they say, I want to escape the matrix, and I hit them with, but will you? And right there, I see that flicker of doubt in their eyes. They're confused. Andrew, I want to escape the matrix. Yeah, but will you though? They don't fucking know. They've never asked themselves if they believe they can do it. They think about what they want, but they don't think about what they're going to get. And you know why? Because when you admit you're going to do something, you become accountable. Now you have to actually take action. It's easy to say, I want this or I want that, but it's another thing to know exactly what you're going to achieve and what's just wishful thinking. Understand this, the matrix works on multiple levels. First, they make you think you don't even need to try and escape. Then, if you do want out, they convince you that you can't do it. But fuck that. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to test yourself. You need to become so damn good at everything you do that there's nothing you can't achieve. And when you've hit that level, when you believe without a shred of doubt, and by some freak twist of fate, you're walking down some no-name street in some no-name town, and boom, you run into Andrew Tate. Yeah, me, the top G. And you say, holy shit, I can't believe it's Andrew Tate. I've watched all your videos. I want to escape the matrix. Well, you better have a real fucking answer when I ask, will you? Let me tell you something. When I was younger, I grew up on the south side of Chicago before moving to Indiana. I was from the ghetto, man. I'd hear people say all the time, bro. I caught a case and I asked my dad, what the hell does that mean? And he goes, it's like catching a cold. Sometimes you just catch a case. I thought that was wild. I used to think if you didn't do anything wrong, how could you end up catching a case? But my dad was right. You can just wake up, doing your thing, living the life, surrounded by women, making money, killing it, and boom, you catch a case. It's like coming back from the store with a cold shit happens. Well, I caught a case Romanian jail. And while I was in there, with all the cockroaches, the piss hole in the floor, no food, screaming nutcases, and 3 suicides in 2 weeks, I had to find ways to make it bearable. I started thinking, where would be worse than this? And guess what? There are actually a bunch of places worse than jail. You think jail's the worst, but no. Imagine waking up from a car crash with your leg gone. That would suck. Or being stuck in some trench in Ukraine right now, that would suck too. So, yeah, man, no matter how bad it gets, there's always worse. That's why you've got to have the mindset of a warrior. You've got to believe in yourself no matter what. Even in the worst scenarios, you've got to be the one who stands up and fights back. You want out of the matrix. You better be ready to fucking do whatever it takes. There's no way in hell I'd ever get on a submarine, especially not now. And don't even get me started on that dumbass Titanic submarine thing. That whole situation was straight up stupid. I was talking to someone the other day and she's like, you've got loads of money. Would you ever do something like that? And I was like, hell no. Just because I've got money doesn't mean I've lost my damn mind. See, here's the thing. I grew up disadvantaged. And when you grow up in tough situations, you develop a different sense of danger. If you're some billionaire white boy, sure, you might wake up one day and be like, I'm going to swim with sharks. I've never seen anyone from the south side of Chicago say that shit. Ever. You could make every guy from the hood win the Powerball 100 times, and none of them would ever think, hey, let's go swim with some sharks today. Hell no. Our lives are extreme enough as it is. Fuck the sharks. I don't need more danger in my life, and I sure as hell don't want to be at the bottom of the ocean. Let me tell you why I'll never go to the bottom of the ocean. If some idiot professor comes up to me like, hey, I built a submarine, want to go see the Titanic? My first question is, why the fuck would I want to do that? And then they say, well, you can watch the Titanic through this little TV screen inside the submarine. So why the hell am I getting in a tin can at the bottom of the ocean just to watch TV? I could sit at home on land with my feet up and watch it on a screen there. Make it make sense. Why are you risking your life sitting in a tube to watch something on a screen when you could just be chilling on dry land? And here's the thing. Why wasn't there a chain attached to the damn submarine? If something goes wrong, you just pull it up. Simple, right? But apparently that's not possible. I'm not buying it. It should have been possible. The whole thing's a joke. But forget that Titanic mess. I'm talking about a regular submarine. A functioning, nuclear, battle-ready sub. You know, the real deal. I was sitting with Tristan, and I said, bro, I bet life on a submarine would suck. And he goes, yeah, who even joins the Navy nowadays? I was like, bro, fuck knows the age of exploration is over. We've got Google Maps, satellites, there's nowhere new to go, nothing to discover. You're not some pirate sailing into uncharted waters. So what are you doing? You join the Navy, you end up on a submarine. Cool, now what? You're underwater, in a giant metal tube, pressing buttons for a few hours, then eating in the mess hall. It sounds like jail with a side of possible drowning. Probably worse than jail, to be honest. But then I thought, maybe life on a submarine isn't that bad. So I did some research now that I'm out of jail. And here's what I found on a nuclear sub. They don't even stick to the regular 24-hour day. They cut the day down to 18 hours, 6 hours for work, 6 for sleep, 6 for recreation or whatever. They change the whole rhythm of life down there. So yeah, it's like being in some weird underwater prison where time doesn't even work the same. Bottom line, fuck submarines, man. I'm staying on land where I can actually live my life. Let me tell you how much of a joke this submarine life really is. Most of the submarine, you don't even get to see it because it's classified. So you're basically just a loser stuck in a loser routine. You wake up in your loser bunk, shuffle over to your loser station, push some buttons like a drone, eat your loser food, hit the loser gym, and then back to your loser bunk on repeat. And these idiots are doing this shit voluntarily for peanuts. For what, a paycheck? Pathetic. I'm sitting there thinking, where's the freedom? Where's the exploration? Where's the fun? At least if you're on a boat, you can step outside, breathe in the ocean air, see the sunrise over the water, something. But on a sub, you're buried in a metal coffin under the sea. Wake up to a whole lot of nothing, dumb as hell. Then, to prove how fucking stupid this whole situation is, I'm watching this documentary, and there's this sailor, right? He's talking all proud about his mission, protecting his country, doing his part in some dangerous part of the world. He's saying shit like, yeah, we were in a dangerous area during the Syrian civil war. The Russians were getting involved, and the West had to send subs over there. We were on high alert. It was intense, very dangerous. And I'm like, okay, interesting. So I pause the video, grab a map, and start looking at the Mediterranean, Syria, Egypt, the Red Sea, all those hotspots. I'm thinking, this guy must be deep in some nuclear war zone. Then they show where his submarine is. My man wasn't anywhere near Syria. He was chilling in the fucking Adriatic Sea, just off the coast of Croatia. I'm sitting there like, bro, I've been to that exact spot on a yacht with a bunch of women, having the time of my life. And this guy's down there 100 miles under the water thinking he's in some life-threatening situation. I'm there smoking fat cigars, partying, jumping off the yacht into crystal clear waters, and this poor bastard is stuck in a metal tube, walking circles between his job, the gym, and his bunk, convinced he's in danger. I called Tristan over, and I'm like, look at this shit, bro. While we're out here on the yacht with women, cigars, living life like kings, this clown's down there freezing his balls off, thinking he's in some high-risk zone. Dude had no idea the only danger around was us partying 100 miles above him. Fucking hilarious. The level of bullshit sop it takes to live that life on a submarine is unreal. If that dumbass had just pulled up his periscope and seen me on a yacht with a bunch of big booty bitches, he might have realized just how badly he was getting played. It's laughable. Dude's down there thinking he's on some serious mission, meanwhile life is popping off right above him. Fucking joke. Working on a submarine is shit. But then I thought, what other scenarios could be equally fucked? I remember something someone told me once. They said, Andrew, you know why the Matrix is gunning for you, right? I'm like, why? And they said, because you're going after the biggest scams they use to control the youth. You're telling dudes not to join the army and go die for their forever wars. You're telling them not to join the Navy and get stuck in some metal tube. You're telling them not to go to university and end up with crippling student debt because you're offering them real money through the real world. They've spent billions creating these traps, pushing propaganda, brainwashing the masses, and you come along and shatter it all. You're cutting off their profit machine. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate. Now I'm making speeches about how stupid submarines are. And next I'm going to tell you how joining the real world will make you more cash than any university degree ever will. But I get the game. I know the limit. That's why I'm not going to dive into all the other dumb places I don't want to be and all the other stupid jobs, because most of them are military bullshit anyway. But here's the thing. And people don't like hearing this. I'm never wrong. Ever. People hear that and go, oh, come on, Andrew. But anyone who's been following me from day one knows I've been right about everything. Go back to COVID. First day, everyone was scared, panicking. Not me. I called it out for the bullshit it was from the start. I see the game. I see the lies. How? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I've got instincts most people don't have. I grew up in the streets, hustled my way to the absolute top of the masculine food chain. I didn't get here by guessing. Even the other guys who've made it don't know what I know. I just know things. That's why time is my biggest ally. Give it time and I'm always proven right. And right now, time is proving me right about another pile of garbage I called out from day one. Complete fucking trash, just like I said it would be. Bro, now it's time to talk about NFTs. You remember that period when all these so-called successful rich dudes tried to sell me on spending millions of dollars on a damn JPEG? They hit me with this bullshit about how it's on the blockchain. It's one of one and you can verify it there. Bro, who the fuck is checking the blockchain for my JPEG? Who actually cares? 3 million for a Bugatti. Cool, I can drive it, feel the power, enjoy the car, but 3 million for a JPEG. Everyone can just right-click, save, and now they've got it too. Oh, but mine's the real one. It's on etherskin.com, bro. What the fuck planet are you living on? Nobody gives a shit about that. It was a bunch of nerds in a circle jerk convincing each other that their digital pictures were worth something. And let's not forget these crypto influencers on Twitter. These people are the absolute worst, man. Total frauds. None of them have done anything remotely difficult to earn that money. If you want to make real money in the actual world, you've got to grind, learn skills, face real stress. You learn how to deal with people, how to run meetings, how to be confident and lead. You pick up so much along the way. By the time you hit that $10 million mark, you're a better person, not just richer. Wealth amplifies who you are, but the lessons you learn make you a stronger man. But if you get rich through crypto, guess what? You didn't learn a damn thing. You're still a dork, except now you're a rich dork, which just makes you a mega dork. Money doesn't change you, it amplifies who you already are. So all these crypto influencers riding high on board Ape Yacht Club and whatever, bro, the fact that you even thought that shit had value proves you've always been a loser. Now you're just a loser with money. No real G on the planet was dropping cash on NFTs. Not a single one. I've got serious wealth. I could have bought those NFTs for 3, 4, 5 million, whatever ridiculous price they were, and it wouldn't have even made a dent in my bank account. I could have done it, maybe even flipped it for profit, but I didn't, out of principle, because I refused to sell my soul to geekdom. No, fuck that. And now look, fast forward a year and a half, 2 years, whatever, who the fuck cares about NFTs now? Yeah, exactly, nobody as usual. I was right. Completely fucking right. Nobody gives a shit. I saw NFTs of a rock being sold for 100 ether or some crazy amount. I can't even remember the exact number because the whole thing was just that stupid. And you know what? I hope everyone who sank their money into NFTs lost it all. I hope you're all broke now. The beautiful thing about idiots like that losing their money is that they don't learn any real lessons from it. When you make money in the real world, you gain skills and knowledge that can't be taken from you. Even if you lose everything, you can make it all back because you're now a better version of yourself, equipped with real-world experience. But these crypto clowns, they didn't learn shit. So when they lose their digital wealth, they're done. Back to being broke without a clue on how to rebuild. And that's the difference between us and them. Bro, if you make all your money from crypto, which is just straight up gambling, by the way, you didn't learn anything, you just got lucky. You have no new skills, no real-world knowledge, and sure as hell no work ethic. You're not going to be out here grinding, waking up thinking, I need to be disciplined, I need to work hard, money is tough to earn. Nah, bro, you're not built like that. You tasted easy money once, and now you're hooked on it. You just want to win the next gamble. And you sit there thinking, if I can just pull it off one more time, this time I'll be smart with the money. I won't blow it on NFTs or JPEGs. I'll buy real shit that matters. I swear, God, just let me win one more crypto bet. Let this shitcoin do a 200x. And then guess what happens? They lose everything. Again, and again, and again. It's a fucking cycle. They gamble their way straight to oblivion every single time. The reality is, mindset is everything. It's your key to the world. You can't rely on luck or bullshit digital scams to build real wealth. You need discipline, work ethic, and the right mentality to actually get ahead. The problem with these crypto clowns is they've never had to fight for anything, never had to grind. So they keep chasing that next easy win and end up broke, clueless, and desperate. And that's why they stay losers.